Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to Joe's Retro World. Today I'm going to be showing you how to switch out the disk drive on a PS3. I have a disk drive here that I took out of an older PS3. And it was a model number CECH2501B. And it was compatible with this other model that I have right here. This one that I'm going to be working on is actually a CECH 3001B. Okay, and the disk drive is identical, so it'll still work. And I already tested it and it works. Okay, so let's put this to the side real quick. There's gonna be a few things that you're gonna need. One is a large Phillips screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver is the one that has the crosshead on the top. Okay, that is called a Phillips head. If it was flat, it would be a flathead screwdriver, but this is called a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, after the guy who invented it. You also need something like this. This is a little electronic repair kit. I got this one from Walmart. I'll leave a link in the description so you can get you one. I got this one on sale. I think it was $14.99, something like that. I got it a while back, and it saved me a lot of headache. Because with this, I'm able to work on Nintendos, Super Nintendos, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4s. Pretty much everything I need, even cell phones. So it's pretty cool. Inside, you get a little, of course, a little screwdriver that's interchangeable. Of course, you know, it's interchangeable. Just like that. And it comes with some tweezers, a little pick, so you can pry open, you know, plastic, whatever, you know. Very carefully without damaging it or scratching it. Comes with some other picks here, like hooks, little suction cup and stuff, so you can remove the screen on you if you're doing a screen replacement on a cell phone, whatever. You don't want to damage it, or it's hard to pick up. You just suck it, whatever. Anyways, comes with all the different types of screws, bit tips right here, all the little bits that you need, all labeled beautifully. And the one that we're going to be using today for our PS3 is going to be this TR right here. This TR bit, and it's going to be a TR8. That's the size that we're going to need. And the reason why we're going to need this TR8 bit, oh, I already have it in the, I already have it right here inside my my bit. Real quick, I already have it in my screwdriver. I'll show you. I'll zoom up close real quick and put this to the side. And the reason why we're going to need this is because over here underneath PS3, it has these 4 screws right here in the front that actually, oh, sorry about that, that actually hold it in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 screws right here, and these are the special TR8 bits that you need. Let me go ahead and take one out and show you up close what they look like and why you need this special tool. You can see the screw, it has that little piece of metal just right there in the middle, and that's like a security screw that PlayStation made. And so you'll need a screw tip, a bit that is star shaped but also has that hole so that it can accommodate this screw so it can fit in. Because if you were to get a star bit without that hole, you will never be able to get it in there and unscrew it, okay? So yeah, you'll need this. So that's the size that you need. And then you'll need, of course, your Phillips and a small Phillips. Okay, so you got your tools, what you need, and that's it. That's all we'll need is these 3 tools. So let's get started, y'all. Let's go ahead and remove the other 3 screws right here in the front. Just like this. This over here. One more over here. Okay. Now these screws over here, these big Phillip heads, they had little plastic covers similar to these over here. You can use your fingernail or that guitar pick that I had in the repair kit to pry these up. And there's different ones. So when you take them out of your PS3, go ahead and lay them to the side on a piece of paper and actually label where they came out from, you know, lay it and say this is the back, the front, the left, right, whatever of your PS3, and then just lay it on the piece of paper and mark it. This is here, this one was here, this one was here, and have it, you know, the top PS3, the bottom PS3, whatever. That way you can put them back, because they go in specific spots. Like this one here will not go over here on the top. It will only go these two spots. Now this has already been worked on once by me, and I had lost them, so they're not there for me to remove. Now there's another one that's hidden right here underneath the warranty sticker right here that I already removed. So if you have never opened your PS3, then your warranty sticker will still be here. So peel it off and then remove the little cap that's underneath. And like I said, you can use your fingernail, or if you have this repair kit, you can use that guitar pick to pick it up and then pry it out very gently. Don't break it, okay? Alright. So once you got those out, you can start going and taking these big Phillip heads out. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 total. Okay. This little slot over here is if you wanted to move your hard or remove your hard drive, but we're not doing that. So we're not going to touch that hole there. We're just going to remove these big screws. And these screws are big, as you can see. Just like that. Some big old screws. So we're going to set those to the side. Oh. Okay, I'm getting tired of it. Keep hitting that camera, vibrating it. It's annoying. Super annoying. Alright. Slide this over a little bit. I decided to put these little Beethoven. It's not copyrighted, so I can use the music as long as it's playing in the background. YouTube won't flag my video by having it in the background like that, because it's free to the public. And of course my videos are educational videos. All information you use at your own will. So if you damage your system because you did something different than what I explained to you, that's on you. I'm telling you exactly how to do it without damaging your PS3. So please follow my instructions. Take your time and don't break your PS3, please. Be patient. So we're going to hold it. We're going to pick it up. We're going to flip it over. Alright. Now we're going to lift from the back. And it has a little clip back here that's a little stubborn sometimes. So you might have to try a little bit and then pop it up carefully. And then pick it up like this. And then also there's some hooks right here in the front. I don't know if you can see them right there. Yeah. And so those hooks grab to the front of your PS3 through here, right here, in these 3 slots. So when we're going to go back to put it back, we're going to go like this. Okay. So you take it off just like that. Alright. So let's set the top over here to the side. Alright, so now you can see the inside of your PS3. All beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. And there's a cord. And this is one of the power cords. And we're just going to gently wiggle it until it pulls out just like that. Over here on the other side, the left side, there's another power cord. And you'll squeeze that clip. Pulls out just like that. And then there's 2 screws that we're going to need to remove right here. One right here. And one over here on this other side. And this is all the power. This is where all the power components are at. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and change our little bits to the small Phillips head. Okay. You got the small Phillips head. And we'll use that to change. Take out these screws over here. And these are little bitty old screws, so don't lose them. Use a ice tray or a ash tray, you know, cigarette smoking ashtray. I have a cool little deal that I'm with the ashtray that I usually put my little screws in. Comes in handy. As you can see, I love my deal that I'm with there. So we'll put that over here. And put them along with the little rubber, little plastic thing. Well, don't put these plastic things. Remember, put those on the piece of paper and label where they go. Okay, so that you know. Okay, let's take this other screw out. There's another one over here. Remember. So let's remove this one. And everything should be super loose. There's a little small one because it's a plastic component. There's nothing tight about it. Now this right here, down in here, are there two prongs, wires that actually like a plug. It inserts. This inserts into them. Push it down. So you're gonna grab it and wiggle it until it comes up just like this. And what I'm talking about is right there. See those two holes, these two slots? Those are where these prongs back here insert to. And this is the power. All your capacitors and voltage regulators, everything's all in here. It's all nice and neat. And your fan actually blows through here. So when the fan is on, turning, it's blowing air through your electrical compartment right here, cooling off your electrical system as it cools off your PS3. And it's sucking air on the top and it's blowing it past your CPU and GPU that are under here, and then it goes to your power supply and finally out. Now if it was to blow air over the power supply, then over your CPUs and GPU and circuit boards, it will fry your system. So it has to pull cool air over them first, then out to the power supply. And that way they really don't get too hot from the CPU and GPU. They only get hot from the actual electrical power in there. Now here are those little prongs that I was telling you about. Those are the little prongs that insert into it. So be careful. They can be damaged, so just gently, you know, take them up. Okay. So once you do that, turn it around. There's another little screw right here that we're going to have to remove right here. And I'm trying to get it to where you can see it here. Oh, there you go. Let me turn that light on. That's better. So that little Phillips head, it's a Phillips head screw right here. And you can actually see that there's a screw saying, hey, arrow pointed to it saying that this is the one that you need to remove if you want to remove this disk drive, because it's holding it in place. That's actually the only really thing that's holding this disk drive down is this one little Phillips head. So let's remove that real quick. Okay, focus. And this is why I said you needed a small Phillips head, because there's a small screw and a big Phillips. Wait. Okay. Here's this little bitty old screw. See how big it is. It ain't but about, what's that, 6 millimeters long. Put that over here inside my ashtray again. Alright, so now that I have my disk drive loose, there are 3 circuit wires that you can actually see back here. These right here, there's 1, 2, 3. And they all have, this one has a tab, this one has a little tab also, and a tab so that you can safely pull them out. I'm going to go ahead and use my tweezers so that my fat fingers ain't on it in the way while I'm doing it. That's what's great about this toolkit, is it has tweezers. Now if you have some plastic tweezers, I will use those instead of these metal ones, but I'm so used to doing it with my metal ones that I know what to do already. I'm safe. So we're going to come over here. We're going to pull this out gently. Pull this cable wire out right here. Okay. And then pull this other one over here. This one I could probably pull out with my fingers. Okay. So there. So I have all 3 wires pulled out. Now there's a fourth one underneath the actual disk drive itself. I'm going to show you that over here. I'm going to try to get this camera positioned to where you'll be able to see it. So give me 1 second. Okay. So now I have those loose. I'm going to gently pick this up. And you can see under there's that other ribbon. Now that ribbon is held in place by this little black tab right here. And it has to be picked up. Okay? It has to be propped up like this. Okay, did you see it move up? Let's see if I can get a better angle. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you'll be able to see me. You can see where it needs to be pried up. There it goes, and it releases that ribbon. So that will let your disk drive come out. Okay, so when you're going to put it back in, it's not as difficult as you may think. It's actually pretty easy. And this is the way I do it. So we'll turn my system back where I'm looking at the front. Get my new disk drive. And while I have it out, let me go ahead and show you what I mean by it has a lock. It locks in place by pushing down. See? Goes up and down. Okay, so when you put the ribbon in on this side, you push it down and it locks it in place. So I'm gonna do this while y'all watch from the side. Give me a sec. Okay, y'all. So I went ahead and put the camera to where you can see me do this. Now the easiest way to do it is to be behind your PS3. Here's your left hand. Grab the tab like this. Come over here. Insert it into that slot. And at the same time, push down to lock it in place. Just like this. And if you, after arguing with yourself and cussing at it and everything, you will finally be able to get it in there. There you go. And don't forget to push that little tab down. That little black tab. Push it down to lock it in place. And the ribbon only goes in halfway. Okay? So now that you got it in, you can actually set your disk drive down. Just like that. Okay. Whew. Alright. Alright. It's sitting there. Okay, there you go. And you can see that the little screw over here lines up nicely. And we're going to go ahead and put that little black screw in right now. So where are you at, baby? Let me grab it from my little ashtray here. Okay. Okay. And put that screw back. Alright. And come over here. Gently push this in. Okay. Do the second one. Just like that. Okay. And this final one over here. Make sure you push it in straight. There you go. And as long as you push it in straight, it shouldn't fight you. Okay. Now that we have the disk drive in, we got it secured with a little screw. That's it. It's done there. So now we're going to proceed to put our power bank back on. So, give me. Okay, so we have our disk drive in. We're gonna grab our battery. You know, without the battery, but the power board. And you remember the little hose line up over here with these prongs in the back. We're gonna make sure our wires are out of the way. Okay, sits in just like that. Very gently push it down. All right, that's it. Okay, so it's all the way down. So then we get our little silver screws, little small ones, you know, little bitty ones. These small ones. And they go back here. My other one, put it over here. Okay. Then of course we'll go ahead and push our little cable piece, our power cord right here. Goes in just like that. All the way down. On the other side. Oh shoot, sorry. Okay. And of course, our top. And remember, you have the little tabs in the front here. I'll try to show you right there. There you go. Make sure that it goes right here. Oh, well, let me show you a side view. Okay. Go over here. Oh, sorry, I didn't push this all down. There's two little tabs right here that guide the disk drive in. Sorry, I didn't do that. Alright, so let's line these up again. And that's it. PS3 is good. Turn it over. And we'll start putting in these screws. So we'll put the 7 long ones in. And I don't use no power hand drills because they're just damaged stuff, man. And it makes it easier for some other people, but it's safer to use your hand. You won't be able to over torque it unless you really want to. And you break it yourself on purpose. That's just crazy. So don't do that. There's 7 screws back here, big ones, big Phillip heads. Now we're gonna change our bits, put the TR8 drill, the bit right back. Okay, and we're gonna put the 4 in the front. One here. wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Alright, hold on. Okay, y'all. So while putting it back together, putting those last little screws in the bottom, the TR screws, I realized that these holes right here did not actually line up. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. These little holes, yeah, they actually did not line up. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah. All right. See how they don't line up? So those are the holes for the TRA to actually go through. And because it don't line up right there, I'm having a hard time. Right here, these holes right here. Yeah, that a hole. I'm having a hard time putting the TR8 back. So it looks like that's a little variance between this disk drive, between the models, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go over here and go like this with my screwdriver and make that hole a little bigger. That's a modification I have to do. Now, if you find the same model, then you don't have to do this. But in this situation, it looks like I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to actually drill these holes out a little bit to make it work right. You do have to do both sides. It'd be easier if I would take it out and just drill a hole through them with a drill bit. But I'm going to do it with my Phillips screwdriver here. Okay, so. Alright, so that might work there. I think that'll work. Okay. Alright, let's try that now. So give me a second. Let me put it back together and get back to that same point. Okay, y'all. So yeah, me drilling that hole is what fixed it. So I'm able to put these other ones back, these other TRAs back. Right. Okay, what happened there? Alright, that one's there. For some reason, this one just fell in. Why? Why did you just fall in? Let's see. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get this one to work. I guess it said no, it don't want to. For some reason, this one doesn't want to go back. I don't know why, but oh well. You get the gist. Alright. Okay. Okay, I got the screws finally in. Put my little tabs where they go correctly. Put all your tabs back if you have them all. I don't have them all, of course. So yeah, okay. Got it there. Everything looks okay. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna plug her up, see what it do. Okay, y'all. So I have a game here. I got a PS3 game. I'm gonna go ahead and test out this new drive to see if it'll work. Alright. Took the game. See if it'll read. Alright, it's reading it. Oh, sweet, it loaded. Alright, y'all, it's working. It's working like it's supposed to. So we had to modify a little bit by drilling those little holes out on that disk drive because it was from a different model. But as you can see, it works just fine. Game is loading just like it's supposed to. Okay, y'all. Well, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that like button. If you're old to the channel, just hit that like button, and I appreciate you sticking around. Okay, y'all. Love yourself and love your parents. Bye-bye.